Whatever you do, do it all for the glory of God. This is a Bible verse taken from 1 Corinthians chapter 10 verse 31. Good day, teachers. This is another review video that will present the current events here in our country, the Philippines. Mahalagang malaman natin at baka lalabas during the LET exam. So as teachers, we need to have a bank of knowledge, no? Especially that we will be facilitating learning soon. Dapat equipped din tayo with more information, especially the current events, trends, and issues. Okay, so shall we begin? Number one, on February 16, 2021, it unanimously dismissed the electoral protest of defeated vice presidential candidate and former Senator Bongbong Marcos against Vice President Leni Robredo. Okay? A. Office of the Solicitor General. B. Supreme Court. C. Office of the President. And D. Commission on Elections. The answer is letter B. It's Supreme Court. So the Supreme Court, sitting as the Presidential Electoral Tribunal, unanimously dismissed the entire electoral protest filed by former Senator Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos against Vice President Leni Robredo. Number two, this program was launched by the DOTR, which greatly affected transport groups and resulted to several transport strikes because one of its provisions includes phasing out of jeepneys. A. PUV modernization program. B. Jeepney modernization program. C. Jeepney phase out program. And D. None of this. The answer is letter A. Okay, it's PUV modernization program. So it was launched by the Department of Transportation of the Philippines in 2017 with the goal of making the country's public transportation system efficient and environmentally friendly by 2020. Okay? So masyadong pinag-uusapan ito, no, sa media. Okay? Number three, the date when the Philippines won against China on its case on the Permanent Court of Arbitration. A. July 13, 2016. B. July 27, 2016. C. July 12, 2016. And letter D. July 11, 2016. Ang tamang sagot ay letter C. It's July 12, 2016. Okay? So, the Permanent Court of Arbitration under the United Nations in 2016 says that China's nine-dash line claim over the disputed water is invalid. So this is the basis of China, no? Why they are claiming the South China Sea. Okay, so according to them, 90% of the South China Sea, and this claim is based on the U shape. This one, nine-dash line map, etched in the map in the 1940 by the Chinese geographer. But according also to the United Nations Conventions on the Law of the Sea, or the UNCLOS, which was adopted in 1982, an exclusive economic zone, or the EEZ, is an area of the ocean generally extending 200 nautical miles beyond a nation's territorial sea, within which a coastal nation has jurisdiction over both living and non-living resources. Okay? So the Philippines already won against China in this case. Okay, so number four, he was the controversial Tanawan, Batangas mayor who was assassinated by an unknown sniper during a flag raising ceremony. A. Mayor Antonio Halipe. Letter B. Mayor Antonio Halili. Letter C. Mayor Anthony Palili. And letter D. Mayor Maynardo Sabili. Okay, ang sagot is letter B, Mayor Antonio Halili. Okay, so on July 2, 2018, Antonio Halili, the mayor of Tanawan, Batangas in the Philippines, was shot by an unknown shooter during a flag ceremony at the city hall. Okay, so he was the mayor of um, Tanawan, Batangas, no, and he was very controversial due to his methods of dealing with crime and illegal drugs. Okay, number five. He is the first Filipino to reach the 34,100 feet Emden Deep, the third deepest spot on Earth. A. Dr. Edgardo D. Gomez. Letter B. Dr. Ricky B. Nilias. Letter C. Dr. Dio Florence Onda. And letter D. Dr. Giovanni A. Tapang. Okay. Ang sagot ay letter C. It's Dr. Deo Florence Onda. Okay, he was the first Filipino to do so, making him one of two humans who reached Emden Deep, and he made the history at the noon of March 23rd when he descended 34,100 feet into the sea. Okay? So this Emden Deep, also known as Galafia Deep, is located in the western Pacific Ocean Philippine Trench. Number 6. On January 1, 2018, the Republic Act number 10963, widely known as the Train Law, took effect. What does TRAIN stand for? A. Tax reform for accelerated inclusion. B. Tax reform for added income. Letter C. Tax reform for acceleration and inclusion. And letter D. Tax reform for acceleration and income. Okay, the answer is tax reform for acceleration and inclusion. Okay, so according to this law, mas mataas na ang mauuwing kita. Okay, so less income tax, more take-home pay. Okay, accordingly, 70% ng mga koleksyon mula sa train ay ilalaan para sa build, build, build. While ang 30% na koleksyon no, mula sa train is for social services. So this train law exempts compensation earners and self-employed individuals with an annual income of 250,000 and below. Okay. Number 7, a rainfall advisory from Pag-asa, which means 15 mm to 30 mm of rainfall, is expected for the first 1 hour and has possibility to cause flood. It advises people to be alert with the possible flooding. Okay? What rainfall advisory? Okay, is it A, orange, B, blue, C, yellow, and letter D, red? Okay, let us know uh, the answer is letter A. It's orange. Okay, so when the rainfall is between 15 mm and 30 mm within 1 hour, flooding is threatening. Okay, and then when we say red, no, when downpours constitute an emergency and when rainfall is more than 30 mm within 1 hour and has continued for the past 3 hours and is more than 65 mm and flooding is possible. So kung 15 mm to 30 mm lang, it is in orange rainfall warning. Okay? Number 8, on May 18, 2018, museum Okay. This museum was opened to the public for the first time. It is hosted inside the building formerly occupied by the Department of Tourism within Rizal Park near the Agrifina Circle. A. National Museum of Natural History. Letter B. Museum Pambata. Letter C. Museum of Contemporary Arts and Design. And letter D. National Museum of the Philippines. Okay, the answer is letter A. It's not National Museum of Natural History. Okay, this is open for public viewing and no entrance fee. Makikita dito ang skeleton ng Philippines' largest crocodile na si Lolong. Okay, and the evolution of botanical illustrations. Uh, Maraming makikita dito, no? Okay. So, number 9. On January 27, 2019, at least 20 people were killed while 111 people were injured as explosions rocked the Cathedral of Our Lady of Mount Carmel in blank. A. Patikol, Sulu. B. Lamitan, Basilan. C. Davao City. And letter D. Hulu, Sulu. Okay, so the answer is letter D. It's Hulu, Sulu. Okay, so Mindanao, yes, experienced the southern Mindanao, southern Philippines experienced its first suicide bombing attack on 27 January 2019. The Holo Cathedral bombing took the lives of 27 and injured more than 111 civilians. Okay, so the bombing took place a week after the autonomy plebiscite held on January 21 for the creation of Bangsamoro. Okay, number 10. It was an ISIS-affiliated local terrorist group which took over Marawi City. A. Abu Sayyaf. B. NPA. C. Jema Islamia. And letter D. Maute Group. Okay, the answer is Maute Group. Okay, so in 2017, Marawi Siege was led by the Maute Group, armed actors once aligned with the MILF, who had broken away in part over their lack of support for the peace process. Okay, so accordingly, the siege was triggered when the military tried to arrest top ISIS leader Isnilon Hapilon. Okay? Okay, so kung updated lang kayo no, sa mga balita, you can really answer this. Okay? Number 11, the PHUS Visiting Forces Agreement, or the VFA, is a bilateral visiting forces agreement between the Philippines and the United States. On what date did President Duterte announce that he is ending the pact between the two countries? A. February 25, 2020. Letter B. February 11, 2020. Letter C. January 25, 2020. And letter D. February 15, 2020. Okay. The answer is... Okay, so let us know first, no? The VFA is a 1999 agreement which provides rules, guidelines, and legal status of the US soldiers during military exercises in the Philippines. So after announcing the cancellation of the VFA in February 2020, Duterte has since suspended the process of termination 3 times: in June, November in 2020, and again in June 2021. So his decision is fully restored. The VFA came after meeting with the US Defense in July in Manila. Okay, so ang sagot is February 11, 2020. Number 12. What is the government agency mandated by the Philippine Identification System Act to implement the national ID system for citizens and resident aliens of the Philippines? A. Department of Foreign Affairs. B. National Statistics Office. D. Department of Interior and Local Government. And D. Philippine Statistics Authority. Okay, ang sagot ay letter D. It's Philippine Statistics Authority, or the PSA. Okay? So this is also an act, no? RA 11055, or the Philippine Identification System Act, also known as the PhilSys Law, which provides the basis for the Philippine Government National Identity Document System, also known as Philippine Identification System. Okay, so the government agency who mandated that is the Philippine Statistics Authority. Number 13, she was removed from office by way of an 8 seeks decision by the Supreme Court over a quo warranto petition, rendering her appointment as Chief Justice null and void. Okay, so who is she? A. Maria Merceditas N. Gutierrez. B. Maria Lourdes Sereno. C. Conchita Carpio Morales. And letter D. Teresita Leonardo de Castro. Okay, what is your answer? It is Maria Lourdes Sereno. Okay, so she was ousted from her position and she was no longer considered as the 24th Chief Justice of the Philippines, as the court ruled that her appointment was never legal. Okay, so alamin muna natin what is this quo warranto petition. Okay, so it is a special form of legal action used to resolve a dispute, no, over whether a specific person has the right to hold the public office. Okay, number 14. On July 26, 2021, she won the first ever Olympic gold medal for the Philippines in 2020 Summer Olympics held in Tokyo, Japan. Okay? Is it A. Yuka Sasu, B. Marjolin Didal, C. Hidilyn F. Diaz, and D. Iris Magno? Irish Magno. Okay, so the answer is it's Hidilyn F. Diaz. She has become the first ever no Olympic gold medalist from the Philippines after winning the women's 55 kilogram weight lifting. Okay? Number 15. The current Speaker of the House of the 19th Congress is A. Lord Alan J. Velasco, B. Sonny Belmonte, letter D. Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, and letter D. Martin Romualdez. The answer is letter D. It's Martin Romualdez. Okay, so Martin Romualdez is a businessman, a lawyer, and a politician, serving as the Speaker of the House of Representatives since July 25, 2022. And he is the first cousin of President Bongbong Marcos. Number 16, on March 4, 2022, President Rodrigo Duterte signs Republic Act number 11648, raising the age of sexual consent from 12 to blank A. 14, B. 18, C. 21, and letter D. 16. Okay, ang tamang sagot is 16. Okay, so RA 11648 and or that is the act raising the age of sexual consent, which increases the age of statutory rape from 12 to 16. The purpose of this is to further shield minors from rape and other acts of sexual abuse. Number 17, she was included in the Times Person of the Year 2018 and was arrested by National Bureau of Investigation or NBI for cyber libel upon the orders of the Manila Regional Trial Court, Branch 46. Who is she? A. Maria Risa. B. Laila Dilema, C. Pia Ranada, and D. Imelda Marcos. Okay. Ang tamang sagot ay A. It's Maria Risa, the co-founder and the CEO of Rappler. So according to the content, he was accused no for a cyber libel from a certain businessman. Okay, so the content of the article kasi on Rappler's website goes like this, no? Alleged involvement of this businessman in illegal activities, namely human trafficking and drug smuggling. Okay? Number 18, it was the date when President Duterte declared martial law in the whole island of Mindanao. A. May 21, 2017. B. May 23, 2017. C. May 25, 2017. And letter D. September 21, 2017. Okay. Ang sagot ay letter B. It's May 23, 2017. This is under the Proclamation Number 216, the martial law and suspension of the privilege of the writ of habeas corpus in the whole of Mindanao amid clashes between the government forces and the Maute group terrorists in Marawi. So this was issued by President Duterte on May 23, 2017. Number 19, an executive order issued by President Duterte which allows accessibility of documents and other transactions in the government to ensure transparency and accountability. A. Freedom of information. B. Reproductive health law. Letter C. Anti-dynasty law. And letter D. None of this. Okay, the answer is okay. So you have to analyze the question and you use the you will use the elimination method no of answering. So anti-dynasty law as relate to the question is very far no from the question. So the answer is also the reproductive health law because the question goes um this allows accessibility of documents and other transactions in the government. So this is freedom of information. Okay? So contracts involving the use of public funds will be made available to the public. So that is the freedom of information. Okay. 20. He was a Filipino educator and victims' right campaigner, best known as the founder of the advocacy group Volunteers Against Crime and Corruption. He died on January 29, 2021 of an aortic aneurysm at the age of 68. A. Dante Jimenez. B. Christopher Kwan. C. Victor Ziga. And D. Lauro Vizconde. The answer is Dante Jimenez. Okay? He was also known as the founder of the advocacy group Volunteer Against Crime and Corruption, died due to aortic aneurysm. 21 on January 21, 2019, a plebiscite takes place within the majority of voters deciding to ratify the blank, paving way to the creation of the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region and abolition of the Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao. A. Bangsamoro Republic Law. Letter B. Bangsamoro Autonomy Law. C. Bangsamoro Organic Law. And D. Bangsamoro Independence Law. The answer is letter C. It's Bangsamoro Organic Law, also known as the Bangsamoro Basic Law. This provides the establishment of the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao. 22. He was an English theoretical physicist, cosmologist, and author and was famous for his scientific works about black holes. He died on March 13 at the age of 76. A. Sir Roger Penrose. B. Stephen William Hawking. C. Alan Guth. D. Timothy Berners-Lee. The answer is letter B. Stephen William Hawking. 23. The current Senate President of the 19th Congress. A. Vicente Soto. B. Aquilino Pimentel. C. Juan Miguel Zuberi. And D. Alan Peter Cayetano. The answer is letter C. It's Juan Miguel Zubiri. 24 on September 8, 2020, the Department of Agriculture, the DA, has formally named this city as the cacao capital of the Philippines. Okay. Is it A, Davao City, B, Surigao City, C, Batangas City, and letter D, Calapan City? The answer is letter A. It's Davao City. Okay? 25, the last number, last April. April 26, 2018, this world famous island was closed to tourists for 6 months and will undergo rehabilitation. Okay, A. Guimaras Island, B. Samal Island, C. Boracay Island, and letter D. Camiguin Island. So the answer is obviously very known, no? The Boracay Island. Okay, so that would be all. Thank you so much for listening.